Yeah, good morning everyone. So, welcome to day one session of full stack development with Java. So, today we are going to cover the basic introduction and some programming fundamentals regarding the Java. And here in the same session, we are going to understand what are the different IDEs and what are the softwares that are required for our Java development. So since few people have not attended the demo session, so I'm just giving an overview so about the introduction, and post that one we can get into the subject. So Java
Sir,
is,
actually, I'm sorry for the interruption. అది స్క్రీన్ రికార్డ్ చేయాలి కదా
yeah, నేను
క్లాస్.
చేస్తున్నాను Ashok. So safe side,
ఓకే సార్.
maybe I can experience power cuts and all those. That's the reason I'm asking you to do the pattern.
సార్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేయలేదు సార్, ఇంకా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి నేను సెటప్ చేస్తాను.
Okay, you can do it. I'm recording for today.
ఓకే సార్.
So Java is a high level programming language. So we have competitors for Java like C Sharp.NET, Python, Ruby. These kind of languages are competitors where they can also develop three categories of applications. So the first one is desktop applications, second one is web applications, third one is mobile applications. So the Java software, whatever it is there in the market, so as per the type of category of application development, it has given into three editions, sub editions we can call. So for desktop development, so we are using J2 SE, Java 2 standard edition, so which will be used to helpful so for creating desktop applications. So this standard edition will be helpful for us for creating desktop applications. The second one is web applications. So for web applications we use Java 2 enterprise edition. So enterprise editions will be used for large scale applications. So large scale in the sense whenever in the company, so if we are going to develop the very large scale applications, so then we use the techniques of J2EE. So whenever it comes for mobile app development, so we use the edition called J2ME. So J2ME is a edition, so where we can call it as micro edition. So this micro edition will be used for mobile app development. This will be used for mobile app development. So let me give you some overview again. So for what are desktop applications? If you consider any software so developed from Java or .NET or any other leading platforms available in the market, if they are going to install in our computer, if they are going to install in our computer, and when our operating system is ready, at that time the application will be get loaded. So those kind of applications we used to call them as desktop applications. The applications which are going to be loaded parallelly with operating system and they will run inside the operating system, those kind of applications we used to call it as desktop applications. So normally, so desktop applications again they have a subcategory of two types. The first one is console applications and the second one is, you can call it as GUI applications or graphical user interface applications. Even console applications in short form we can call them as CUI, console user interface applications. So CUI applications, so between the end user and the program. So suppose if I developed a program on Java, so if I want to run that application, I require an interface. That interface name is command prompt. So whenever you have a command prompt, so we can able to give instructions to the command prompt only through the keyboard. So you cannot use mouse. I am not saying for maximize, minimize or something. You cannot pass any inputs to this particular command prompt. So with the mouse. So only with the keyboard you can pass inputs. So that input will be given to the program. So whatever program is responding, so again that will get back to the command prompt. So that will be displayed in text format. So that is the reason these CUI applications can be also called as text processing applications. So that means the text is getting processed from end user and the compiler. So between end user and compiler, every time the text is going to be processing. That is the reason we are also calling this CUI applications as text processing applications. Next one, GUI applications, graphical user interface applications. So suppose if you take an example of this calculator, so if this calculator can be operated with the inputs of either from the keyboard or else from the mouse, so we can able to see the output. So
I'm sorry, I'm not able to see the screen. Are you sharing, sir?
yes, what about others? Can you able to see my screen, Ashok or somebody?
No, sir.
Ashok, what about you? Or else Praveen?
No, sir, not visible, sir.
No, sir, I can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. At least you
No.
responded. So the second category of applications are GUI applications. GUI is nothing but so graphical user interface applications. So these graphical user interface applications will be like this calculator, where they are going to use the standard Windows framework, like it will have the by default feature of maximize, minimize and close. These options will be there by default. So these are graphical applications where you can input either from the keyboard or from the mouse. There are both options are supported. So that is the reason these will be also called as GUI applications. So technically these will be also called as Windows applications. Okay. So earlier in Java, so people use a technology called applets. So to develop these graphical applications, so these applets are going to construct Windows application. But nowadays nobody are showing interest to install the software and run them. So that is the reason. So nowadays there is no market for this GUI applications. So directly people are preferring for web application development. So this console user interface applications will be going to be developed based on the core Java technology. So we will be using core Java technology. So that means to say whatever the standard Java logics are there, those we are going to use it here, and we can implement some application so which runs through a command prompt, So this is what that we are going to learn as a beginning of this particular Java training. So here we are going to cover core Java logics. So by using that we are going to develop console applications. And in the second one, web application development, so that is what we are going to use J2EE edition, Java 2 Enterprise edition, so which will be helpful for developing large scale applications or large scale mobile application, web applications also. So the applications like Facebook, Twitter, these kind of applications are going to be considered under this category called web applications. So these are going to use a server. So our application will get executed in the server, and the application output can be displayed in the client. So they are going to use server and client or client server protocol. So by using that, so we can create a dynamic web applications with help of database connectivity also. So here you people are going to learn so JSP and servlets, and here we got some new framework called Spring framework. So here we are going to learn Spring framework. So next, the third category is mobile application development, so mobile app development. So with the help of the edition J2ME, so Java 2 micro edition, so this will be used for mobile app development. Nowadays nobody are going to use the softwares or the applications developed based on only Java. So later the people have migrated to Android application development. That is the reason nowadays this is not going to be available for us. Okay. So this is about the basic application development that we can do with Java. Next, let's see the types of users. So there are two types of users will be there for every software product. Number one, so end users. End users are nothing but these people are going to access, these people are going to execute our application. Okay, so they don't know any software knowledge or something. So they are going to use the application which is developed by Java or some other technology here. So the second category of users will be developers. So these developers are nothing but, so based on the technology of the software, whatever the developers are, whatever the company is introducing to the market, so by using the same technology, these are going to create a different live examples based on the technology. So those people can be considered as developers. So if I am the end user of the Java product, so in my computer I need to have a software called JRE, which stands for Java Runtime Environment. Okay, so if I am the end user of Java product, that means if I am using the applications which are developed based on Java technology in my computer, I need to have a software called JRE. So next, developers, these are going to create the Java applications. So these people need to have a software called JDK, which stands for Java Developer Kit or Java Development Kit, anything you can call. So even the developers are also going to execute the Java applications. They also require this JRE. So but this JRE, you no need to install it separately. Whenever you are installing this JDK software, Java Development Kit or Java Developer Kit, so automatically system is going to give you this JRE also. Okay, so since we are going to be the developers, we have to install the software called JDK, and we no need to install JRE. Why? Because it comes along with this JDK kit. Now step 1, so how to download this JDK? So first you can go to either terminal or the command prompt in your machine. So you can check whether this Java was available in your computer or not. So you can type the command here in the command prompt, Java space _version. So that means it is going to give you what version of Java it is there inside. So in my computer I have Java 22.0.1, so which is released on April 16th 2024. So this is going to give you the brief of the software of Java software which is available in the machine. So suppose if you don't have the Java software installed in your machine, system will give you an error, Java is not a recognized command. So now how to download this? Let's see how we can download this one. So you can open the web browser and you can simply search for the software like this. You can go to Google. So here you can search for download JDK. So current version of Java is Java 22. Java 22. So before we have 21, 20, 19, 18, 17 like that. We have several versions are released. In that the major changes and major code implementations are added to this. So only for Java 21 and Java 17 and Java 11 and Java 8, these are very familiar and long term supported softwares. So in our computer, so we need to have either Java 8, 11, 17 or 21. So 11 and 8 are very outdated, so we need to have at least 17, and 21 is completely preferable. Okay, so now you can go to this Google and you can search for download JDK. So here there will be a link so called Java downloads from oracle.com. So sorry for this, even I ignore this point, I have forgot to include. So basically, as I mentioned, Java is a high level software language, so which was introduced in the year of 1985. So from the company Sun Micro Systems, this is the company who are introduced Java to the market. Later in the year 2012, so this was undertaken by, so that means this product was taken by the company Oracle Incorporation. Now the owner of the Java product is Oracle, so that is the reason the software is available with them only, oracle.com. So if you click on this Java downloads, so you can see this, they are saying that so Java 22, 21 and 17 are now available, since these are the latest one. So here you can see, first of all you have to select what version of Java you want to install. So either you can select 22, 21 or 17. So I always suggest to take the updated one only. So you can click on this Java 22. So if you scroll down a bit, so here they are giving options of what kind of operating system that what we are using. So either you can go ahead with Linux or Mac or Windows. So you, according to the operating system you have, you can select yours, and then you can click on the particular links, so it will be downloaded. If it is Mac machine, you can go ahead with this DMG installer, the last one, or else compressed HU, you can use this one if you are using Mac. So if you are using Windows, you can go ahead with the x64 installer or x64 MSI installer, anything will be fine. I will suggest for the second one. So if you click this, one exe will be downloaded. So with very minimal steps you can able to install it. Okay, so I request you people can download parallelly and install it, and let me know if you have any queries on it.
Sir, actually I'm using Java 21 version. Is that
No,
okay?
no,
JDK 21.
no problem. If you already have the Java version, we can continue with the scheme. As I mentioned, at least we require 17. 21 is
Okay.
preferable. So remaining people, if anybody don't have the software, so you can download it, and let me know if you have any queries on this. Please make it fast, and so drop a message in the chat window once if your installation is completed, or if you already have, so just drop a message so that we will continue for further. Okay, so once the installation is over, so you have to set the runtime, so with the current operating system. So that is what people technically call setting the Java path. So to set the Java path, so first of all you have to go to your My Computer and then C drive. So there will be a folder called program files. So then you can check for, there will be a folder called Java. So inside that maybe you can see one or more Java versions available. So you can pick the folder whichever you want to use currently. So you can open that folder, and here there will be a bin folder. So there in the address bar, so address bar is nothing but this one. So in the address bar if you click, so system will so ask you to select this path. You can select this path. So right click and select the path. So then in the left side you can see this PC, right? So you can right click and go to properties. That means we are going properties of the machine. So then you are going to get a window like this. Here there will be advanced system settings, you can click on it. So here you can see an option called environment variables. you have to click this. Now in case if you want to set the path only for the current user of the machine, you can click on this path. In case if you want to set for all users of your computer, you can select this one. Under system variables, you can click on this path. I will always suggest to take the second one, system variables only. So whenever you click on this path, you can click on edit. You can click on edit. So here in the address bar, you can double click and paste the link that you have copied earlier. So maybe I have set here, it seems. One second. Yeah, let me delete it. Yeah, so either you can click on new, or else at the empty line, if you double click, it will be editable. So you can simply paste it and click on OK. So then automatically your system path was set. So then you can open your command prompt freshly. Don't type in the existing window, so that it may not get the updated details. So you can close it and you can open your command prompt, and here you can search for Java space double hyphen version. So then it has to give you whatever the path that we have set. So that version should be visible here. Okay. Try this. Next, coming to the IDEs required for Java development. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Editor, or you can also call it as environment. So nothing but in our generalized language we can say that it is the software which will be helpful for Java development. So you can use Notepad++, Dit+, NetBeans, Sublime, Visual Studio Code, Eclipse, Spring Toolsuit, etc. So from any in the mentioned list we can use any one of the software as an IDE for our Java development. So in the market, sorry, I forgot to mention one more very famous, IntelliJ. So this is by JetBrains. So people used to work with this IntelliJ or Eclipse in the market. So we have very wide range of use of this particular Java development with Eclipse and IntelliJ. So IntelliJ we can use for only for core Java application development. So whereas Eclipse can be used for both core Java and advanced Java development also. So now we are going to use two softwares. One is Eclipse, another one is Spring Toolsuit. So we can use any one of the software from this, either Eclipse or else Spring Toolsuit, any one can be used. So since we are at the very beginning stage and we are going to work for core Java and advanced Java development, so I suggest you people can have Eclipse software in your machine. So I will show you how to download this Eclipse. So you can simply, so again go to Google or the browser whatever you have. So here you can search for download Eclipse. So then it will give you the official website eclipse.org. So there the download link will be there, so you can click on it. So here directly you have the x86 and 64 installer. So if you click this, so it will be downloaded. Okay, so this exe you can save, and after that you can install it. Any queries as of now?
No, sir.
So while installing, it is going to ask some steps. Okay, so Eclipse, while installing, it will give you a window like this. Once you double click on the exe, so you have to select this second option, not the first one. Okay, so if you select this first option, Eclipse IDE for Java developers, so that will be supportable only till core Java applications. Whenever we are starting web application development or enterprise applications, so this is not going to be useful for us. You have to select this second option called Eclipse IDE for Java Enterprise Edition developers. So if you select this second option, so then your Eclipse will be ready for core Java and advanced Java applications also. I mean to say console app development and web app development also. Okay, so after downloading, if it is asking for what kind of Eclipse you want to choose, so you have to select the second one, Eclipse IDE for Java Enterprise Edition developers. Okay, so wait for 5 minutes, you can install it. Not like a regular software, so it won't install in your program files or anywhere. Okay, so while installing, it will ask which folder has to select. Normally it will prefer C drive, users, whatever the current user is there. So there you can see this Eclipse. So here I have two additions. So once you open this, there will be a exe link. So after installing, we are going to get one desktop icon also, so like this. So to work with this, you can double click on this icon, so then automatically Eclipse software is going to be loaded. So it will ask you to select a folder as a workspace. Workspace is nothing but so where our projects are going to be saved. So better, other than C drive, you can prefer to save D drive or any other drive other than C. Okay, so otherwise if operating system is corrupt, so we may lose all our projects. Now you can see it is preferring to store in C drive, users, whatever the current user, there it is asking you to create a folder. Instead of this, you can click on browse and you can create a folder somewhere in your machine. So I am selecting D drive. So here I am going to select a folder. So I have created a folder, Java workspace. So now you can select this option, select folder, and now you can click on this launch button. So then Eclipse software will get loaded. So we are going to get a window like this. So first let us try to understand how we can create a Java project. So still loading is going on, so let it complete. Yeah, it's done, it seems. So let's go to the file menu. So there is new option is there. So here there is a project option. Okay, go to file menu, select new option, then there is project option is there. So here you can select Java project. Suppose if it is not visible to you, in the search you can type Java, so then automatically so this Java project is going to be visible if not visible. Okay, so then you can click on next. So here it will ask what is the project setup options that are required. So first it will ask for project name, so you can give any project name. So I am giving my first project, and here you can see where the project is going to save. So normally whatever the folder that we have selected as workspace, inside the same folder this is going to save. In case if you want to save in some other location, you can simply unselect this, go to browse and select a folder. So I always prefer to store in the same workspace. So next option, what JRE it has to use. So JRE will be automatically selected sometimes, so where it may cause an error in future. So here you can see, you can go ahead with use a project specific JRE. So here you can select whichever the version is available. System is going to detect whatever it is there in our Java path. So that Java path JDK version is going to be displayed like this. You can select this one, and so you no need to select the layout option, so that will be automatically selected. Only thing is, here under the module section you can unselect this create module info. So this module is a separate concept after completing the Java concepts of course. So we are going to discuss about this module info.java. Okay, so I repeat again, first you have to give the project name, and under JRE you can select this, use a project specific JRE and select this. So post that one, unselect this module option, click on finish directly. So if it is going to show an Java perspective like this, so you can simply select this remember my decision, and you can select no here. So then automatically the project will be created. So where can I see the project was created or not? So in the left side there is a bar, okay, so you can maximize or click on this restore button. So there you can see the Java project. If suppose if this is not visible to you, go to this window option, then show view option, there you can have this project explorer. Okay, so if you click this, the same window will be populated. So this is how we can create a Java project. So if you open this Java project, so there will be JRE system. That means what are the dependencies that are required to run your project, those dependencies will be available here. That means whatever the Java base library packages are there, those will be available here. Next, there is a folder called SRC, in short form of source. So there we are going to create project. I mean to say source code files will be created inside this SRC folder. So simply you can right click on this SRC folder, or else you can right click on the project, anywhere will be fine. So then you can simply go ahead to this new option, and there will be an option called class. There will be an option called class. So now it is asking what is the name of the class that you want to create. So while giving name of a class, why we are going to choose classes only, if you ask me? If you take the programming languages like C or basic languages, they are going to have only functions. Since Java is completely object oriented, so here we are going to have only classes. So I repeat again, if you take the programming languages like C, that is procedural oriented, that means C language will contain only functions, but whereas Java is object oriented, C# is object oriented, Python is object oriented. For these kind of languages, so we are going to create the classes. We are going to create classes. So that is the reason here we are going to create a new Java class. So it is asking the name of the class. Maybe I am going to give hello world. So I am trying to print hello world on the screen. So that is the reason. So I am giving the class name as hello world. So every class requires a main method to run. So because main is the entry point, so that what we have studied from the language C also. So you have to select this public static void main. So you have to give the name, and you have to select this option public static void main, click on finish. So then you can see this hello world.java. So Java file was created. Now I will show you the different scenarios how we can create a Java programs and how we can run this one. Okay, so let me increase the font size a bit. So here it is very small. So I am going to this window and preferences option in case if you want to install increase the font size. So you have to go to window and preferences. Under the general option, so there is a category of appearances. So inside that, there we have colors and fonts. So then you can select the basic, click on the basic folder here. So if you scroll a bit, at last there will be text font. You can click on edit, and here you can select the font type, font style and font size. I'm not disturbing the font type and style. I'm going to simply increase the font size here. So simply apply this, apply and close. Now you can see the font size will get increased. So if you observe here clearly, so first we have class, class name, class and class name. So then we have public, static, void, main. So main is the entry point. So inside main, whatever the code that what we are going to write, so that code only will get executed when you execute the entire application. Okay. So here there is a simple and standard approach that Java will follow. Understand clearly. Even whenever we are creating class by typing entire code, so then also you need to remember the class name which contains main function. I repeat again, the class name which contains main function. So the class name and file name should be exactly same. I repeat again, the class which contains main function. So that class name and file name should be exactly same. Now you can see, so this hello world contains main function. That is the reason program was saved as hello world.java. Okay. So there is a specific rule. Going forward, I will brief you what is the reason behind it. And one more thing, so here also why it is only public, why it is only static, why the return type is main, so and why it is taking only string arguments. These all I am going to demonstrate with a reason. Okay. So now here whatever the instructions or the statements or the source code what we are going to write, so these will be executed when our program is running. Okay. So first let us try to understand how to print hello world on the screen. So if you are familiar with C language, so there will be two functions are used. One is printf, another one is scanf. So printf function is used to print something on the console screen. Scanf is used to read something from the console screen. So here since it is procedural oriented programming, so C language is using procedural oriented programming. So there we have only functions, but Java is object oriented, right? So we cannot use the print function directly. So in Java there is a function called print in case if you want to print something in the console screen. So this is available inside a package. This is available inside a package, inside a class. So the full syntax is system.out.print. So this function is going to print something on the screen. So whatever you are going to pass inside this print function, so that print function will print it, whatever the data that we are going to pass, that will be printed on the console screen. So that's how the print function is going to be work. And here you should notice one thing, inside this system reserved keyword, so S is capital letter. Why? Because Java is case sensitive. So to get difference from the regular text and the predefined reserved keywords, so they are going to follow the case sensitivity. So suppose if you have 1 and 2, these are two words, right? So in case if you want to club them, there will be two approaches will be there. One is camel case sensitive. So what is mean by camel case sensitive? First word will be as it is. The second word, first letter will be capital letter. Whenever you are merging two strings with a camel case sensitivity approach, so second word, first letter will be capital letter. If you take another example, so if you have hello world, so W will be capital letter. Hello and world are two different words. So whenever you are merging them by using camel case sensitivity, second word, first letter will be capital letter. And we have one more type called Pascal case sensitivity. So then whenever you apply Pascal case sensitivity, every word first letter will be capital letter. Then it will be like this. And if you take the example of hello and world, so it will be like this. H and W will be capital letter here. So Java is going to use camel case sensitivity, and so C# kind of languages will use Pascal case sensitivity. Okay, so Java is using camel case sensitivity going forward. So if you see any of the functions there, you will get a clarity so how it is going to be working. So now in this scenario, so as I said, in case if you want to print something on the screen, so you have to use the function print, which is available inside system.out. So here I am going to write, so system.out.println. so inside this, whatever you will type inside double quotes, that will be printed on the screen. Suppose here if I am going to write hello world or something, so this will be printed on the screen. So but I won't suggest you to type this entire word. Okay, so there is a shortcut, you can type sys out. There is a shortcut sys out, and then you can press Ctrl and space, sys out, and then you can press Ctrl and space, then system is going to auto generate this system.out.println. So there you can type whatever you want to print on the console screen. So here I am trying to print hello world on the screen. Okay, so now how to execute this? There are two options. Either you can right click on this file, inside file, go to run as, then you can select Java application. So now under console window you can see the output hello world. This is option 1. Option 2, if you see this, there is an icon. Are you able to see this? There is a button. So if you don't click on this arrow mark, okay, so you can simply click on this button. So then also you can able to see the output here. So like this, there are two options to execute. So either you can right click and go to run as, select the Java application, or else simply click on this button. Even in run also there will be a button. The shortcut will be Ctrl F11. Okay, so that is also can be used. If you press Ctrl F11, then you can see the output. Any questions? Is everybody clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. As I said, there are different approaches are available, right? So this is how you can execute or create a Java program, and so we can execute it inside Eclipse. Let's see, if I want to use Notepad or Notepad++, that is also possible with Java CLI, so command line interface. So I'm going to copy my main function. So first let me go to any of the folder inside my computer. I'm going to this demo folder inside my D drive. Okay, so inside Notepad I'm going to create a program, class sample. So inside this class I'm going to create my main function, public static void main. So maybe this is going to print some hello user. So now I am trying to save this file. As I already mentioned, so this class contains the main function, so that the file name should be sample.java. Am I correct? So that is what the rule I said, right? So the class which contains main method, the file name should be similar to the class name. So I am going to copy this sample. So let's save as. Let's go to my D drive. So here I have created demo folder, right? So there you can save this name as sample.java. So under this save as type, you can select all files, otherwise it will become text file. Okay, so you need to select all files. So if you save this and if you go back to that folder, now you can see .java file is created. So now there is a file. How to execute it? So you can click on this address bar. You can click on this address bar and you can type cmd So then your command prompt will be opened from the same path. So D drive demo. So inside demo folder I have my file called sample.java. So how to compile this and how we can see the program output, observe carefully. So first you have to type Java C, nothing but Java compiler. Java C stands for Java compiler. Under Java CLI, Java C is one of the command. So then you can type sample.java. So nothing but we are compiling this Java file. If you have any errors, it will report here. If you don't have any errors, so simply it comes to the next line. So what is happen in the background? So if you see this in the folder, in my demo folder, so you can observe that there is a new file was created dot class with whatever the class that we have compiled. So this is going to be called as, so object code to byte code conversion is happened. So this class file will get run in Mac operating system, Windows operating system, Android operating system. It runs everywhere. So that is the reason Java become as platform independent. Okay. So anyhow, we have compiled this sample.java. Now we have to run that. So how to run this? Java space, this time not Java C, okay, it is Java space, whatever the class file that is generated, nothing but the same sample, right? So you can simply type sample, there you can see the output, hello user. So this is how we can able to create a Java file and we can run it, compile it and run it. Okay, any queries? Let's see the next approach. And the majority of the people nowadays, they are using VS Code, right? So with VS Code also it is possible. So I am going to open Visual Studio Code here. So as usual we need to select a workspace exactly similar to our Eclipse. So first go to file, open folder. Maybe I am going to select some folder here. So from my desktop I am going to create a folder, maybe same demo folder I am going to create. I think it's already there. Yeah. Select folder. So now whatever the folder that we have selected, that will become the workspace. So here you can click on new file. So sample.java. So whenever we create .java file, so system it is going to detect. So we are using Java files. So to compile that, it will ask you to install some extension. Okay. So here I am going to create class name is sample. So then public static void main, and there is a string array. There is a shortcut for this one also. If you type main, automatically it will suggest. So since I am using this from the long back, so it is not popping any window here. So maybe whenever you create .java file, so system will ask you to install Java extension. Okay, so for me it is already available, so you have to install that. Okay, so here as usual, so sysout, here you can type hello user, welcome. So in case if you want to run this, you can go to this run and debug option. So you can run this. So since I have already installed the extension, so directly it is debugging and running my Java program. is taking more time, you can also execute from terminal also. Just now we have tried this, right? This is nothing but terminal. It's activating something. Okay, I will execute manually. Okay, you can go to terminal option, new terminal. The same commands will use it here also. I think some loadings are going on still. I think for me some background job is going on. You can try by clicking on this run and debug. If you click on this button, automatically it will execute, or else you can go to this terminal option, new terminal. So you can try this, both the commands whatever we have tried. The first one is java c space whatever the file name, next java space the class name. Let me close and reopen instead. Yes, our terminal is ready. So first let me check with the extension, can we able to run it or not. So if you click on run and debug, it is giving the issue. We can run from the terminal, no issues here. So you can simply type java c space the file name. So file name is sample.java. You are going to get it. So then as this java space sample, so you can able to see the output here. Okay, so these are the different approaches that we can create a Java program and we can run it. Okay, any questions?